I was on a trip and I am back. And one of literally the first things that I like to do is get into my kitchen and prep my food for the week. I was on a trip and I am back. And one of literally the first things that I like to do is get into my kitchen and prep my food for the week. And I always need to go to the grocery store to restock. And so this is exactly what I did. And I got some amazing things to get back on track. I mean, here's the thing. When I was on vacation, I still was on track, but I like to be super, super laser focused when I am at home. And so I got a bunch of amazing fruits and veggies that I am going to prep in the kitchen to have a successful week back from a trip. And I just love having everything ready to go in my fridge, because here's the thing. When you prep, you have a plan. And here's the truth. People who meal prep are up to 3 times more likely to reach their health goals and stay consistent long term. I am living proof of this. Food prep isn't about perfection. It's about creating peace and predictability in your week. So when you're eating plant-based, having food ready is literally everything. Because when you come home hungry or tired after a long day, you're either reaching for what's prepped or what's easy. And easy is usually not aligned with your goals. Think about driving home from work, grabbing some takeout. What if you knew you had food ready for you in the fridge? It is a complete game changer. And for me, I like to make sure that I prep and clean, cut most of my veggies so that I don't even have to think twice about it. Everything is basically like ready to go. There may be a few items that I will rinse off before I eat them just because they store differently. But overall, I like to have everything ready to go. And here's the thing, research shows that those who plan and prep meals ahead of time save an average of literally 4 to 6 hours per week and actually reduce impulsive eating by over 70%. That is a big, big number. So prepping your starches and your veggies ahead of time means that your dish is always ready to support you and not sabotage you. A plant-based lifestyle thrives on consistency. I literally have so many series on my YouTube channel that you can get inspired by. I have Breaking My Plateau series. I have my Consistency is Key, Building Better Habits, me literally showing you what I eat and how I stay on track. And when you start thriving on consistency, you start to eat more whole foods. You reduce decision fatigue and you feel grounded and confident each day. I am telling you, when you become a consistent person, you literally feel so empowered. You just have to get to that place. So when you prep for the week, you're not just making food, you're making choices for you so much easier. So don't think of it as just meal prepping. Think of it as it's like setting you up for a success system for the entire week ahead of you. Because when the plan is ready, you are ready. And that's how literally results stick, my friends. I have a method to my madness inside of the kitchen, and I always tell all of my clients that I work with, find out how you like to cut up your veggies, how you like to prepare them. Because if you find this out, you literally will like your food so much better. And I have had some of my women in the Her Way program try certain things and they're like, it's just not for me. So I would never want you to just eat something that you don't like. I wholeheartedly love eating this way. So it's all about, prepping my lettuce, my kale, working through cleaning my carrots, cleaning those grapes, cutting up my onions, whatever that looks like. Find the foods that you really like to enjoy and that make you thrive, because you will feel empowered to eat amazing food if you start feeling empowered. And so for me, having a complete filled fridge with my starches and veggies, of course I have my pantry and my freezer, but I mostly live out of my fridge throughout the week. And having everything cut up and clean and ready to go is a game changer in my success all around Starch Solution. And here's the thing, y'all, I've lost over 50 pounds, and it was because I got my food right. It was because this is a non-negotiable for my life. Getting into the kitchen and spending time preparing these foods so that they are ready to go when that hunger cue strikes. So I want you to think about your week ahead. What can you do this next week to really align yourself with your goals? How can you spend some time in the kitchen making sure that you have a successful week ahead, that you're aiming towards your weight loss goals? Think about that. Start creating a plan. Know what you like and start making and having those foods on hand. I recently have to share with you this little mix of starches. What I did is I took some barley, some wild rice, and some green lentils, and I literally put them in the Instant Pot with a little bit of water on top, over the top of it, and made this amazing blend. It was so good. I also have my Caesar dressing recipe. You can find this in my Italian batch class. Look at this starch mix. You will thank me after you try this. And here's the thing, you can do any kind of starch or bean or whatever you would like. In my case, this is what I had on hand, but this mixture was so delicious to have on hand for my week. And for me, I like to get a little bit of variety. I do like the same starches and vegetables, I'm not gonna lie. So I am trying to add in a little bit more variety into my prep throughout the week. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos coming your way.